Okay, so this is the first video I'm doing, but I'm just starting this to kind of keep track of what I'm doing, I guess. So it is April 30th, 2022, 15, and so right now, the season ended a bit ago. We lost snow. We probably only got out like, I don't know, 6 times, 7 times, but it was still fun either way. I ride a lot around here since we're in the woods. There's a lot of space. There's a plot of land, a field just up that way, beyond the house, that I usually ride in during the winter. Anyway, that's besides the point. So, actually right now I'm wearing a back brace because I hurt my back, sort of the upper left part, yesterday practicing shot put, and so I'm having a bit of trouble bending down. But here's what I'm working on. So right now, I'm restoring a 89 Polaris Indy 500 Classic. It's a 2-up with a backrest. It's right here. So this sled here is gonna be for my dad. So we got it in a trade for a boat 2 years ago, along with another Indy 500 Classic 2-up, which is somewhere back there. You can see it. That one runs fine. Actually, no. I broke the choke on it this winter trying to start it. It was just old plastic, so I ordered that on Amazon. It was like $5. It's coming in now, and so it should be here tomorrow. But yeah, so this thing hadn't ran in like 2 years, and I opened it up. Everything looked okay. I changed the fuel filter. I cleaned the fuel pump, changed the plugs, and one of the plug boots broke trying to take it off, so I changed the boots there. I haven't cleaned the carbs in a bit. They probably could use a cleaning. So I'll see if I could show this without flipping the camera. But sorted down in there, there's this brass fitting, and that is an inlet into the tank. And what's really common on these old snowmobiles is that gas line sitting in that gas for so long, it eventually rots away and falls off and breaks off into the tank. So if your snowmobile is any less than a half a tank, it won't pick up any gas because, you know, the line's not hooked up in there. So I just went ahead, I pulled that off, forgot what size it was, but I pulled it off, put a new line on, put it back on, hooked up all the fuel lines and made sure there was no blockages, and I gave it a fuel pulse and it ran. I posted about it on my Instagram. So yeah, okay, I should probably start it so you guys can hear what it sounds like. It's pretty loud, not as loud as Brandon's sled over there that I'm working on right now. I'll get to that later, but it is pretty loud. I'll just start it up for you guys, see if I can set the camera down somewhere where you guys can see. Here, let's see if this works. Yeah, that's pretty good. So as you can hear, it's pretty loud. This is kind of normal for these older sleds. They just have louder exhaust. So right now, it has no airbox on it, and it's idling around 2,000 RPM last time I checked with no choke. So I guess I can check now and show you guys, but it's gonna be a bit hard to hear once I get closer to the sled. So I'm not gonna be talking. Anyway, the camera's flipped, so you probably didn't see that too well, but it is idling around 2,000 RPM. I need to lower that idle, bring it down to about like the 1,000, 1,200 range. That's where these sleds should be idling at. But right now, what I'm working on is my brother's snowmobile. So the goal this sort of week or two, is to get all the sleds. Right now they're sitting in the backyard. We have no snow, so it's kind of tearing up the grass. But I need to get them all in working good order for next winter, because this winter we really delayed because we couldn't get any of our sleds running. We had, sorry, there's a weird noise. We had 2 sleds running, Brandon's sled over there, and then the other 2 up. That one's been so reliable. So I'm guessing this one will be too, now that I fixed a couple of issues on it. But had them running. I was mostly riding Brandon's sled. My dad was riding the other one. That was great, but I really wanted to get mine running. I couldn't. So I pulled off the carbs, cleaned them. They were fine. The gas, I mean, it was okay. It was a year old, but it ran fine on these other sleds. So I was like, oh, it's probably not. I thought it was clogged carbs, basically. So I cleaned them. First time cleaning carbs, I learned how to do that, and it went great. Put it back together, didn't run. So I was thinking I did it wrong, brought him back to school. I worked on him at school since I have a couple auto classes, and I rebuilt them again, cleaned them, still didn't work. So eventually I just brought the whole sled into school, and I had a couple of the teachers look at it, because I had pretty much the whole industrial arts section, like the teachers and staff working on it at this point, trying to figure out what's wrong with it. Turns out it was just a dumb mistake that I just didn't know from experience. The fuel pump actually has, it has 2 outlets that run to each carb, and then it had what I thought was an overflow line, and my dad also thought it was an overflow line. Turns out it was a vacuum that hooks up to the engine that actually sucks the fuel. Probably should have put 2 and 2 together, but yeah. And so took it out, didn't run. Anyway, that's a story for another day. So right now, this is what I'm working on. It's a 97, I believe. It's a 97 Polaris XC 600, I believe. I don't know much about this. The guy who owned, my brother bought it like in the, I want to say, like, I don't know, I'll have to ask him. But anyway, it was early 2010s. And this thing has just always been good. It's actually had it had a suspension issue. I think that got resolved, but I think it does sit lower than it should. Engines always ran good, is what I was trying to say. So here it is. It's got the, I forgot what they call these, but anyway, it's 600. It's a twin. It's pretty loud. I guess I should start it up for you guys. I just had it running to bring it in here, so should start right away. So this sled idles right at where it should idle. I'm walking away from it because it's really loud. It's echoing in the garage. So it's really loud. Anyway, I took it out and I noticed something when I was putting it on the wheels to really into the garage so I don't scratch up the concrete. Only one side has carbides. Don't know what happened to the other one. I know earlier this season it had both. I guess it lost it along the way. Some bolts were loose or something. It broke off. I don't know. But the left ski doesn't have a carbide. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna put a set of new carbides on this. I have 2 sets here. They should fit. I don't really know. I don't know what sleds they fit. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on today, April 30th. I'll see if I can get that done. I should probably update you guys, take some pictures. Maybe make a post on my Instagram. I don't know, I've been pretty active with that, but I'll let you hear what this sounds like before I end the video.